Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Corleone of the This Man Heard podcast, coming to you live once again, like we always do. How's everybody doing tonight? How was everybody's week? I hope everybody. Yo, what's up? What's up, Heather? How you doing? Hope all is well. Let's get this chat room popping off. I just hope everybody had a good week. I'm saying I hope everybody. Hey, Christina, what's up? HOB in the building. You know how we do. Always repping hard. You know how we do. Hey, Jill. How you doing? I hope all is well. Hello. How's everybody doing? Been a crazy few weeks. Yeah, I bet. It's been all right, Teresa. It's been a good week. Yeah, it's been a good week here also. You know. All right. Jill, doing pretty awesome. I'm glad you're doing pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're doing well. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm good. I'm doing real good, you know. Taking care of business here with you guys. You know, let me do a couple things here really quick. You guys got the banner down the bottom. Read it. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody feels they're in that position or want to do something, let me know. And we'll definitely get it going. Definitely get it going. Hold on one second. I want to bring in my lovely co-host, Lady G. We can have get things going here. Oh, let me hold on one second. All right. See how everything's going. Everything's good. Lady G, how are you?
Hey, I'm great
How's
as usual.
great as usual. That's
Never a
cool.
bad day for me on this side of the ground.
That's right. That's how it is. That's how it should be, actually, you know?
Yeah, grateful
Yeah.
for all I have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. So how was your week as a whole? How's everything been? Because we didn't get to see you last week. So
Yeah, I was had some prior things last week. But hey, I show up most of the time, so
I know. It
sometimes I need to step away as well, as some people do.
yeah,
Uh Take care of
absolutely.
ourselves, and self-care is always important.
Yes, it
So
is. Self-care is always important.
yeah, but everything's good. It's always good. Like I said, very appreciative for all that I learn every day, all the life that I get to have, opportunities.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
good.
great. Yeah. We should be hearing from the other co-hosts real soon. You know how it is. You know how they come straggling in. You know how it is. So tonight's theme, so to speak, whatever it is we're gonna be talking about, is mainly about dealing with loneliness. You know what I'm saying? So loneliness hits different, you know what I'm saying, when you realize it's not the lack of people around you, it's the lack of honesty within you. What do you think of that? No?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Um, well, I guess that would also depend on what the lack of honesty is. I honestly do believe that if you're not honest with yourself, if you're not self-aware, that's kind of the same stuff I say most of the time. um Loneliness exists, you know and it's true. You could have a million people with you
Yeah, like
physically.
You could
Yeah,
be in a packed
physically.
room and still feel like,
And
you know,
still lonely and
yeah,
feeling alone and uncared for, unseen, invisible, like definitely loneliness exists. I personally believe though it is what do we use uh that fills us as individuals um to kind of work with that loneliness.
right.
What helps us to combat that? What do we believe? What do we think? What do we do to help ourselves?
And we are going to get into all of that shit tonight. All of that stuff you just said we're going to get into because this is going to be this is going to be good. I'm going to bring in our other co-host, TG Love. What's good with the kitty on the screen?
Hello.
How are you?
A bit better, but I'm good. I was
Okay.
trying to set it up where I can have this thing with my camera, but I can't get a good angle. It's not pretty.
It's all about angles, isn't it?
It really is. I can't
You
be.
do not sound well, TG.
Oh, I was just in pain, having
Oh,
some
oh
issues.
goodness.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good. So, um, so like you could be to me, you could be in a room full of people and still feel disconnected from everybody. The real fear, I think, the real fear really isn't the feeling of being alone, but I think it's more of being alone in your own thoughts as well. If you sit there and you marinate and you think too much about your your shortcomings or your issues or whatever it is you got going on in your life, that makes the feeling even more powerful.
Definitely.
You know, so tonight we'll be diving into the gritty reality of loneliness. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Have
that
fun.
it's going to be interesting to see what the chat room has to say about feeling lonely at times. I know every once in a while somebody has to feel something that they don't like and they don't approve of feeling. So I think one of the misconceptions of loneliness is people think it makes you weak. Um, if you say to your friends, oh, I'm feeling lonely, I feel kind of fucked up, I'm saying, I'm not really feeling myself, you know, some of them might think to themselves like, what the fuck, what I'm saying? I mean, you shouldn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't feel that way because you have all these friends or you have, all this good shit going on for yourself. I think loneliness doesn't make you weak. I think it makes you human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone um hits that wall sooner or later, where they feel that way. The strongest people often are the ones who keep smiling and fighting to feel that connection with other people. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion on it. So anybody else has a thought on that? No? Okay.
What? Yeah, of course. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out because the view looks different.
What do you
Like,
mean?
well, it's like I don't know how to make it where it's just us and not. Let me see if that helps. Oh, okay. It was like some vertical preview that was on,
Oh yeah,
and
you have
that,
it on the side, you have to turn that off.
yeah, that was horrible. I was just trying to figure this
Yeah,
out. It was like I can't see shit.
yeah.
Um,
So Maria
yes,
says she feels
loneliness.
alone. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Loneliness is part of being human. Um, but I think, but there's a line there too, right? Because um, one side of loneliness could be signs of depression. You
Mm,
know, uh, but I think it's unfair for people to think that, oh, you have a lot of good things, you should be grateful. You have people, blah blah blah. When you're depressed, when you're in a hole, you feel like you're in a hole deep underground, and like there might be people up top talking to you, but I feel like you just feel like you're what's the word I'm looking for? Like you could be a burden on someone because
Mm,
this is my problem, my deal. What am I going to do? Put that on someone else? I feel like a lot of people tend to stay closed off and not talk because like you're drowning, sinking. Um, and I think, and we talked about this last week or the week before, how we tend to be our worst critics and get deep into this thought process of um, negativity, and you can truly like make yourself believe that you have no one when you do have people, because chances are that there are people around you that do want to be there for you. Not
right.
everybody, because we know that people talk shit too. And they'll
Of
be like,
course.
I'm here for you if you need it, but then
Right.
you need that shit, and where are they? So I feel like we hopefully all of us have like at least that one friend that you can go to and be like, bro, I'm upset, like shit ain't going right.
Right.
Because like we talked about before, like getting in your head is probably one of the worst places to be. So
Absolutely.
talking it out and having someone to talk to, at least, if it's not a therapist, at least a friend, just someone that you can say what's on your mind, and hopefully the other person doesn't try and fix it, but just tries to listen
Right.
and be there for you.
I also think that when people sit there and they say, well, you have to be alone to feel lonely. Some of the loneliest people are surrounded by people every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
I
can you
mean,
can you can you can laugh, you know what I'm saying? You can work, party, chill, do whatever it is you do. You can even be sleeping next to someone and still have that cold, silent feeling inside of you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It sucks. It really
Yeah,
does.
like
But also,
there's
loneliness is not just about, like being depressed or feeling alone. I mean, even if you have a great life, good job, we as human beings were not created to be alone. We were created to share with others,
mhm,
to be a part of other people's lives, to have them a part of us. And loneliness is not even just about relationships, it's about friendships, it's about family. Loneliness is a feeling. It's something that happens to everybody at some point. So it's not
right.
even, a lot of people think it's just depressed people or just, no,
Or
everybody
or or
has.
so or people sometimes even think it's just a phase that you go through.
Yeah, no, I mean, people have great lives and still feel lonely.
Well, yeah, people, that has to do with being content in your life and other things like that. But I think there is a line to know when it's depression. And relationships to me could be any kind, familial, friends, just having, like you said, we can't be on our own. We're creatures meant to be around others. We're meant to socialize. We're meant to get feedback. And I think that when we don't get those things, you know, if those things aren't being fulfilled, that's when one can feel alone or lonely. Or, there are people who do everything on their list of things that they wanted to accomplish and do, and they still feel, like lonely, like they didn't do, like they're missing something.
It was kind of crazy too. I was thinking about this whole social media shit. How social media it does keep people connected, but the lie is where you think to yourself, especially if you're feeling lonely, you think that social media is going to keep you connected with people when in fact connections aren't meant to be digital. They're meant to be, you know, face to face.
Yes.
Real bonds don't need Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you really don't need to deal with someone who's just across the world and they're talking to you and they're hearting your shit and they're liking your pictures, and those aren't connections. You know what I'm saying? Those aren't the kinds of connections you want to build upon. The physical connections are the kinds of connections you need, I think, to be able to build upon, because social media got it all fucked up. Just because somebody who lives in fucking Japan or some shit doesn't mean that it's a connection, worth going crazy over. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yes.
that's not how it is. That's not what building a connection is, especially in this day and age where everything is digital and everything is over the internet.
I
You
mean,
know,
you could totally make emotional connections via the internet. Like, that's not impossible. But is it like, I mean, it's hard. I think that the internet has allowed more people to be in touch, but at the same time, um, you're limited. Like, it's not, I mean, I like that you can video chat. So if you haven't seen someone's face in a while, you can talk to them that way, you know? And I'm just talking about friendships,
right,
like people that I've known since school, and I don't talk to them as often because everybody's got shit going on, a family, you know? Y'all
right.
parents always too busy. So the rest of us have to like get busy with our cats. So I feel like, like I have a best friend that I've known since freshman year, I think, or eighth grade. I can't remember which one. And like she's my Cuban link, my sister. Like that, and if I need something, I can just go like message her, you know. If she needs to talk about something, she needs advice, she needs to vent, she knows it's reciprocated.
Right.
So I don't feel as connected as I'd like to be because I would rather be spending quality time with her and her family. But like distance doesn't allow for that. So I feel in that case, you know, like even you and I, we're friends. So like keeping in touch, Facebook Messenger has become like the way that I communicate with everybody, unfortunately. And like that's just how, or I mean, texting. We still sort of text, but it's just easier to send funny stuff through the DMs that way.
Hmm. So, all right. Yeah, I think the whole Facebook Messenger shit is, but I do need to see your face from time to time.
Right.
Let's stop bullshitting.
No cats. I know.
Yeah.
I'm laying in bed right now. You lucky I'm here right now. Okay?
Oh shit.
With
But
this horrible
but do you
headphone
think
set.
but do you think, yeah, we got to fix that. Do you think that loneliness can eat at a person, like make them feel a lot worse than what
Of
it
course,
actually
because
is?
not everybody has a friend like you or I, or you know what I'm saying? Not everybody has that. And these generations that grew up through internet and talking, text, versus actually communicating,
Right.
like they're all fucked up. I mean, like, can we blame them? Like, they don't they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to really interact with people. And I think the older you get, and we've talked about this, like the older you get, the harder it is to make friends,
Yeah.
you know? So like, yeah, this is why I think this is important, like when you're a child, when you're a teenager, that you're socializing, that you're meeting people, that you're unfortunately going through some shit, arguments, whatever. Like these are the experiences we need as humans so that we also learn like what we like and don't like about people, what we need, who
Do
we
you
are.
right? No, you're absolutely correct. I mean, sometimes I think in some people when they get to that point where they're feeling like really lonely, like it's the mind starts to drift, and if you feel lonely for so long, I think it kind of like rewires your brain a little bit. You know
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's to me goes into the depression component because
Right, right.
because
Yeah, it rewires the brain a little bit and makes you start feeling, off, and maybe you can even start feeling a little paranoid, like, you put walls up and everything because you don't know what's going on with yourself and how are you dealing with certain things.
yeah, this is why I think emotional connection is important.
Emotional connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that is very important. Emotional connections are very important because I mean,
because it's
without
more than surface bullshit comments and conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the, hey, how's it going? And people are like, I'm good. Oh, I'm good too. And the conversation ends, or somebody posts something and then there's like a comment, they comment or something. Like, to me, anybody can comment on my social media. It's more about who's actually reaching out to me
right,
and talking to me. Like, you share something that's important to you. I would hope that your actual friends are reaching out to you directly to congratulate you and not just show face on social media. Do you get
right,
what I'm saying? Like, because to me, that's superficial relationships versus actual friendships that actually have that emotional connection. And when I say emotional connection, I mean like I know this person. They make, we laugh. We can make each other laugh. We've cried together. Like there's been actual real conversations had. So like if you don't have friendships like that, I feel like it might be easier to get in your head and feel if you are feeling lonely. Like that's just not a good place either.
right. Yeah. I mean, and it gets everybody. It's not just older people. It's not just younger people. It's everybody. Everybody at some point in their life feels, shitty. I mean, even if you're out there scrolling 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm saying to grandma sitting outside City Hall steps, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with the viejos and the viejitas and shit. Everybody, you could look at people and see that they're out there saying they enjoy themselves, but who's really enjoying themselves? You
I mean,
know?
we all could put a face up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
we uh, for work we do it, right? We put a different face on for work. Everybody does it. Like the minute you're walking through those doors, you have to be representative of where you're working or who you're working for.
right,
So, like, you're not just walking into a place like whatever. Um, you have to be dressed the part and acting the part.
Yeah, I completely understand. And the shit is too is that to me personally, my personal opinion on this is a screen isn't gonna save you. Can't extra screen can't save you. You know what I mean? When we chase connections through the screen and through the internet and through likes and views and hearts and all the digital hits, everything you get through the internet, I really think that real connection needs to be present. You know,
Well,
to
yeah,
hear
I mean, look at people, all these, like, they're celebrities. People who have money, people who have families. You would think they have it all, that they're happy. Look at Robin Williams. Like, to
yeah.
me, that's the prime example of not even just him. There are a few celebrities that committed suicide that were, or died by suicide, sorry, that basically, like, were shocking because whenever they showed face or whatever, they seemed so happy.
Did
They
you
seemed like life was good. Their family loved them. It wasn't even, like, eh,
did you see the video that's out there that it was you know how the dude he has that he drives a car with celebrities and they talk shit, they sing, they do a whole bunch of different things in the car while they're driving and recording.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the British dude. I don't know who he is, but
Yeah, I know who you're talking car karaoke.
yeah, he did the one with Linkin Park. Did you see that one?
No,
20
I
24 to 48 hours before Chester Bennington took his own life, they recorded it
right,
and they did that karaoke carpool thing. Yeah.
which is
Like,
a fun, happy
right.
thing.
And they were singing, they were laughing, having a good time, and then a day or two later, like I was that that was terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I mean, it just goes to show to the point that you just said. It's fucked up, man.
Oh man, I just learned about, like, someone, let's say from work or whatever, they're through family. There was a husband. He was on some charity bike thing for with motorcycles
Hmm.
and raising money for kids or some shit like that. Something really great. Gets killed in a truck hits him or something, car accident, right? He dies. His wife commits suicide when she finds out. After she finds out that he's dead and everything, she takes her own life.
Wow.
So, what? The mind can fuck you up,
Oh, absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. It can be your best friend or your worst fucking enemy, man.
Yep. And if you have, like, mental illnesses to deal with on top of that already, it's so difficult. Like, my husband never understands, like, why I'm so tired all the time. And I'm just like, I don't know either. I'm trying to find out, but it's really like this is part of the symptoms of my mental illnesses is I'm tired. My mind is going all the time. And when I'm at work, even if I'm not at work for an 8-hour day, like it's a lot. It's a lot for me. Uh and my body, like everything, my brain is like, I'm done. I'm done.
Right.
And it's crazy because I remember a time where that wasn't the case for me. But I don't know if it's that I'm getting older. I mean, I'm going to be getting blood work done just to check, stuff out. But like that, there are symptoms that come with having certain things.
Right.
Uh, you know, especially when it's the trifecta of um, depression, anxiety, and ADHD, because those are all like like things that are like interacting and fucking with each other. Depression is a down, not wanting. Anxiety is a constant, nonstop type of thing.
Right.
And then the ADHD is like, who's focusing on what? That's not happening. You know, like, like
Yeah.
this is not, and unfortunately, like, there's medications that don't really work. They're the ones that do are too expensive. Insurance doesn't cover all of it. God knows now what's going to happen with our insurances, but like, these are the things that we're going to be dealing with moving forward, which scares me. Like, there are so many medications that people rely on to stay sane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on meds to make sure that I don't uh fall into a depressive episode because I have manic depressive disorder. Like, if I don't take my medication, like, I get like suicidal ideation. Like, it's it's not like a I'm sad sometimes type of thing for me. I have an actual disorder, along with all the other things that fall into it. And then, like, with hormones, I have PCOS. So then, like, I have all these issues with my hormones. I produce too much testosterone. I have to deal with hair on my fucking chin and like a mustache and shit if I don't take care of it. Like, some women wear that shit proudly. I don't want. No, thank you. I don't want that shit on my face. I don't. And, like, I
All
feel
right
like
then, Tony.
I feel like the aunt or whoever that was plucking the mom's hair in my big fat Greek wedding, and she's like, hold on, let me get you one more. And it's like, that's how I feel every day. I'm like plucking hair, even though I shouldn't be doing that. I really need like hair removal. If anybody got some suggestions for that, I will be grateful because I do need some of that. Um,
Oh, I got
but
one for you. I bought
yeah,
I bought a machine, and it does wonders.
huh. Okay, we'll have to talk on the side there then.
Yes.
Or I'm also like, there have been some creams. Let's see, this is how them ads get me
What
when
are we
I'm
doing? What are
scrolling
we
through
doing here?
social media. But like, I want like, there's a cream that's a hair removal. I would prefer that. Listen, you're in the minority, so this is like what's gonna happen. The conversation is just gonna go places sometimes. Us women, we're networking here,
Oh shit!
try
Yeah.
to figure it out. But yeah, regardless, like, a lot of this shit is hormonal. A lot, like, all these things play into the brain, the hormones, the just our organs. Everything has a purpose,
Menopause.
right? This, like, all these things have a purpose, but they also all interfere with our brain, how we think, how we cope, how we process. Like, and if we're not out there getting the help that we need, that's a problem. Like, you need to get the help that, like, I can't, it bothers me to know people that suffer from things and have issues, but refuse to go to therapy and refuse to get on medication or something to help them to make it better, and just continually be pissed and still blaming people and shit. It's like, no, own your shit. Like, there are certain things that we need to own in our life. There are certain things that we need to do in order to move on from certain trauma from our past. There is certain conversations sometimes that need to be had with certain people or whatever the case may be. Writing a letter, fucking, just there are things that people should be doing to break that cycle. That our generation, we are the cycle breakers. Like we're supposed to be the cycle breakers. So because we want our children, your grandchildren to have better, to not do the same shit that got us in the positions that we got ourselves in. This is
You're
why this
absolutely right.
continues to happen. Like, you know, we kept telling people don't be hitting your kids so goddamn much. That don't help them. And, we're seeing more and more the effects of that. Like, you can't continue this. This is not like, well, this my dad did this to me, so I'm gonna no, that's stupid. First of all, when your dad did that to you, you were very upset. Uh, it made you fear your father. You also now don't speak to this, like you want nothing to do with this person because they mistreated you. They shouldn't have done the things they did to you. Like that's the other thing is like owning up. And like I said before, like sometimes you need that therapist, that person on the outside to say like, yeah, you're right to feel this way because so and so was wrong. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. You know, like you can't heal unless you do work. Like I feel like people want quick fixes for everything, and it doesn't work like that. You can like hide a lot of things easily. Like people will like how this fits into exactly what you're saying. People acting happy and all this shit. They're doing this. They're in pickleball. They're going here. They're part of a charity. They're all this stuff, but they're fucking lonely as fuck and hurting inside when they go home. Like,
Yeah.
and they're not talking about because there's that hole that's not being fulfilled, a need that's not being fulfilled, something isn't being supported or something isn't being spoken about. And we have this stupid societal and cultural thing around people being like self-aware and open about what they're feeling, which is so weird. Like that's not a weakness to be open about what's wrong. It's not a
Right.
weakness to cry when you're hurt or something hurts you. That's a real human emotion. Like that's like the crying. It's almost a is the word autonomic, not automatic response, but like a natural response. The body needs to let out the frustration, the whatever it is. That's what tears are. Like it's a real emotion. Like when you're fucking dying laughing and almost pissing your pants. That's an emotion that like you're not controlling. This is just like what you're feeling in that moment.
So pissing in your pants you can't control when you're laughing?
Yeah, so okay, like I don't know if it happens more to females than males, but like my whole life, if I like, you never laughed so hard you peed, like laughed so hard you pissed yourself.
No.
No, oh well,
Well, we know you have, right?
I have definitely, I have, and I don't mean like full on piss myself, but just like some pee.
Yeah.
I was as an adult. This not did not happen in my whole life. I'm just saying, like as an adult, I remember this happening, like crying, laughing, and like to the point that you pee. I've even seen videos of it. Bro, you just don't know.
Oh
I
shit.
guess as
Yeah.
as a male, I'm gonna look at the comments and not get myself kicked out of here.
What do you mean?
You know I always press the wrong button. So, alright, so let's see. The funniest people is the most messy, tormented people. True. Yeah, yeah. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I have diabetes, ADHD, bipolar, along with a wicked trifecta. Definitely sounds like it, Maria. I'm sorry about that. Very
Oh, you're
difficult
gonna
to
go through
get.
the mess. That's what you're going through. You're going through the messages. Can you
Yes.
see it on the screen?
No, bro. I got small eyes and it's on my phone. I don't have a beautiful big laptop in front of me like you. It's very difficult to get a diagnosis, especially as a woman. Well, yeah, oh, you could have a whole fucking conversation on that one. Women also tend to go undiagnosed for a lot of mental health problems. Uh, She's asking if it was an electrolysis machine that you're using, and then we're talking about perimenopause. I know, because I'm probably in that. Apparently, for perimenopause, it's like a test, I think, that you have to take, and it's not even something that they just do. Like, you have to ask for it, which is such bullshit. And I don't think that it's because probably insurance doesn't cover it because they're a bunch of scumbags. I remember asking to go to the doctor or a therapist in high school. My dad's answer was, "No daughter of mine is going to a shrink. People will think you're crazy." Yeah, I mean, yep, that's what it was. Oh, I did it. I didn't get myself kicked off.
Oh, nice.
I'm proud of myself. But
Oh
yeah,
man.
I think like holy shit, it's just crazy. Just crazy. Yes. I don't know how it is for men. You're gonna have to speak for the man experience, but for women, I do feel that it is difficult to get diagnosed with things. I didn't get diagnosed with my PCOS until I was in my late 30s, as well as depression. The other things actually came closer to my 40s, I think, or whenever I was living down the shore. That's when I got diagnosed with a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, it's sad and it shouldn't be that way. And now I've heard as well, it's very difficult to diagnose young women with on the autism disorder spectrum. That's also another thing. And the more tests that they have, the more people that are realizing that they're neurodivergent, um, and may have these
I prefer
other
neuro
things.
spicy, thank you.
Okay, neurospicy.
Whatever that means.
You don't know?
I don't even know. I didn't even hear what she said, but it just sounded funny.
Well, neurodivergent is the word. She calls it neurospicy. But
Oh.
neurodivergent is meaning like it is a scope now where before only autistic people were considered neurodivergent, but it turns out that it's also people with ADHD.
Hmm.
Highly
It's
sensitive
also
personalities.
right, like what once was Asperger's now isn't anymore. It's now just on the spectrum. So they changed it because it literally is a spectrum. So you can be within that spectrum in different ways. So they call that being neurodivergent.
Sounds like a movie.
I know.
Wasn't
If
that a
you
movie?
like remember like Minority Report and stuff like that, like
Divergence and all that kind of
oh,
stuff.
it reminds me of like all those sci-fi movies we watched that was like, they're gonna take all your information, everything's gonna be through like your phone or your skin or your eye or whatever, like,
Yeah,
and this shit
Minority
is
Report was like
happening.
that.
And I'm just like,
Minority
yo,
Report.
these things are happening, bro. This is not cool.
The shit about
Stop
Minority
fucking with
Report,
AI, bro. Stop fucking with
bro.
AI.
The shit about Minority Report was that you can walk in. He was walking in the mall, and the cameras will get in your eye, like
Yes,
looking at
see
your
who you
eye,
are.
and it would
Like
like
to
giving you
get
all the
all your
information.
information. You can't
Yeah.
hide. Like they had, like I told you with your DNA shit. You're fucked now, boy. Now they got you.
Oh well,
You
they
gave
got
him
me.
the DNA. That's it. It's over. Oh my god, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's wild because and the shit about that film too. It wasn't it about locking somebody up before they committed the crime,
Yes, yes. It
right?
was all about pre
It was
the
these
pre.
three, yeah, it was about these three neurodivergent people who could sense
Yep.
telepathy or telepathically that
Yeah.
someone was, they
Was
can
gonna
tell
do
kind of the
something.
future. They could tell if somebody was going to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy. But we digress. The
Yes.
point was that yes, unfortunately, like I'm sure that men go undiagnosed because men don't even like go to the doctor.
Well,
So
the thing about dudes is, and I'm gonna speak on it because I'm a dude.
sure.
Is that you know, it's
It's your pride, your ego.
yeah. Thank you, la doctora. I appreciate that. No, it's true. It's pride, ego. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
they don't. A lot of men don't. I'm not that dude, but a lot of men they don't want to they don't want to deal with that shit. It's like nah, that's not me, man. I'm not. I ain't got shit wrong with me, man. I'm good. Nah, you're not good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not good. You're definitely not good. Why the fuck do you think you're good? You're out there fucking doing shit you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean?
Here's my biggest thing. Like, wouldn't you want to know? Like, wouldn't you want to know if something is up with you and that's why
But they don't
you're an
want
asshole?
to deal with anything that makes it look like they are weak or need assistance.
Now
Oh,
listen. Now listen.
whatever with that. Y'all need
Yeah.
assistance. You're the biggest
Yeah.
babies when you get sick.
That's
You act like it's
bullshit.
the end of the world.
Nah, man. Don't even go there. Listen to me.
I've seen it with my
I'm
own eyes with
I'm
men.
nah. I'm one of them dudes that if I feel a sniffle, I'm going to the doctor. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yo, I'm not gonna wait till I'm half dead
Oh
in
my
my
God.
fucking bed and I can't get out of bed and
Oh
Well,
I'm gonna be
God.
that's you. But
proactive.
most of the men that I know that I've treated, all that, yeah, they're like, no way,
I'm
Jose.
proactive. I'm like once my fingernail hurt, I'm like, Doc, let me tell you something. I got this little sting in my fingernail.
It's
I don't
because
know
you're
what it
old,
is.
though.
You know what I mean? Like I'm proactive, man. I
I
don't
feel like
play.
once people hit 45, they actually really start going to the doctor, and then you don't stop. You literally start adding doctors to your fucking resume. It's like, all right, what specialist do I need to see now? And it's like, how do I pronounce that? Did I spell that right? I don't think so. Like they're
Now the
getting
shit
worse.
now the shit about the mental health thing, right? When
Yeah,
it comes to men and mental health, like I think I think they look at it as they don't want to be labeled, they don't want to be judged, they don't want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like most dudes don't want to deal with that. They don't want to be labeled, you know, whether it be depressed or whether it be, suicidal, homicidal, any kind of sidal. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be labeled as any of that shit. So they
well, let
rather
me
not.
tell you, we need to know if they're homicidal. Okay,
You know, that
get
is
them
true.
off the street, please.
You know what I mean? Nah, but as far as I always preach, go get help. You know what I'm saying? Don't hide behind, those tears of a clown. You got to go out there and you got to do what you got to do to make sure you're good. Cuz you're not going to be good to anybody if you're not good to yourself.
Right.
You're not going to be any good to anyone if you're not good to yourself.
True.
You know, if you don't care enough about yourself to go get the help you need, what makes you think you're gonna be good to Dora? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you can't be good to anybody if you're not taking care of you.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna want to deal with you, especially if you're out there. Oh my god, it's terrible, man. It's
It's,
terrible what goes on out there these
I
days.
don't know.
You know, and the shit that pisses me off most is that if you're speaking to someone and talking to someone and they say to you, um, so tell me a little bit about yourself. All right, here's a little bit about me. Okay, boom. We're talking about, you know, um, yeah, we're talking about a whole bunch of different shit. I'm telling you about me. I'm telling you about, my smiles and the good shit. But then you say to me, then you ask me, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Tell me more about you, about who you are. Well, if that's the route you want to go, all right, let's do that. Well, my name is Big Corleone. Okay, I suffer from bipolar 2. I'm manic depressive. All right, I have PTSD, borderline personality disorder, and ADHD. You know what I hear after that? Fucking cricket. Not even the crickets. The crickets done left the conversation.
You hear the dial tone.
You know what
The
I'm
dial
saying?
tone. Oh
So,
man.
yo, like the crickets are even gone. You don't hear that. Beep, 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 beep. You don't hear shit. All you hear is hello. Like, where did everybody go? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how people they say that society is becoming more stigma free. That's bullshit. It's bullshit because there's nothing stigma free about society these days. Nothing.
I mean, I think on both ends, women or men, that's just to be baggage to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people like if I've
Right.
told them things about me,
Because
they haven't been like, oh, okay, and but they don't want to deal with that. So it's like, fine, see your way out the door. I'd rather you go than stick around. Like, if they can't even stick around to find out more about you and see what you're doing about those things, then that's on them.
yeah,
Right.
but he also came up with a lot. He didn't just come up with, oh, I'm bipolar, or oh, I'm borderline personality. He's got
No,
he's
he
got
has
Jekyll
like
Hyde
half
and all
of
his best friends.
exactly. He has like half of the whole what is it called, the DSM or whatever of
Yeah,
the
the DSM
party.
five. But it's funny because it's the same thing like when I guys told you a while back about a guy that I was talking to
Yeah.
who had placed on his profile that he was disabled. And so when I ask about disabled, what does that mean to you? What does that look like for you? You know, he's like, well, I have diabetes. And that's all it gave me. And then down the road, not even like a month or two, I'm like, dude, you don't just have diabetes. You're 45 years old, and you, because of your diabetes, have both your legs, like both your feet amputated with your
Oh
toes,
god.
not even a quadruple bypass, but a quintuple bypass,
Like
blood poisoning, and you still, because of your ego, when I tell you I know that you need to eat because your breath, has a distinct smell, you deny it, and
right.
then you end up shitting in my car. Like, what the heck? So
No.
it's not just about being honest, it's about being transparent. What does
Yeah.
all of that involve? But at the same time, accepting that this is your situation. Did you allow yourself to be put in this situation? Did you put yourself in that situation? And like TG said, what are you doing about it? Because
Right.
one of the
Yeah.
things that is I can't say wrong with me, but one of my struggles with like the dating and meeting new people is I am very understanding, I am very accepting, I am very open and honest, and you know try to accept people as they are. But it's like, when you're not, because there are those superficial people out there that, depending on how old they are or whatever, it's like they don't want to deal with that much baggage. But at the same token, if you're not giving all that information, if you're not even secure in your own stuff and what part of it you caused and what part of it is out of your control, then how do you expect somebody else to be okay with that?
Right.
So, sometimes the reality is not that they're not accepting, but that you're not even accepting yourself. And so it's causing that feeling of non acceptance. Because let me tell you something, whatever issues I got going on, I own them, whether I like it or not. They don't define me. I do
Yeah, you're
stuff
right.
like I am treating it. So my thing is, this is the life, the cards that I was dealt. I did what I
Hmm.
could with them, and so be it. So this is my whole enchilada, and I give the enchilada, and they're like, "Whoa, hey, I'd rather give it all to you up front, let you know what you're in for, and let you make that decision, than keep giving you meal piece, and then eventually getting to this place where you feel like you've been lied to." Because I tell you, I felt like I had been lied to,
You were
because
bamboozled.
yeah, because when you hide those things from somebody you're hoping to make a life with, and they're only giving it to you little tiny bits by little tiny bits, and then you're giving it to them where it's like they have no choice but to notice because you just shit on their stuff. Like, what do you expect them to say? Do you expect after that? Uh, so it's like you can't even trust me to be vulnerable enough to share this with me when, all you had to do is just own it because it is your life. And whether people accept it or not, that's on them. But would you rather hide it and be with somebody with a lie, or give them all the information and let them walk away in the beginning? Because they're
Right.
Wow,
saving you the problem, they're saving
Right.
you the heartache. But you have to care and love you first. You have to
absolutely.
accept you have to accept who you are and be okay with the fact that most of this world, 80% of this world is superficial, and they're not going to stick around. But the truth is, you don't want them sticking around anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You don't want you to fucking stick around any
That was
goddamn way.
that was my 5 cents.
Go
Yep.
kick fucking rocks.
Right. I don't want no fake ass bitches.
Word. Yo, if you can't handle it, man, you know, I mean,
Well, you
it's a
don't like
lot.
the heat, get out of my kitchen.
That's right.
Well, how big is the
But also
kitchen,
look at
first
it
of all? Because if
look
it's a
look at
small
it like
kitchen, I'm
this,
gonna get out
Corleone.
anyway.
Oh
What?
goodness. But look at it this way, Corleone, and I want you to think about it.
All right.
How many times, or can you think of a time when you've had someone in your life that accepted you for all of that? But
Mhm.
because you didn't believe enough in yourself, or because, you, for whatever reason, let that person slip through your fingers, or left them hanging on, and they accepted you for all that came with you, but you didn't do what you needed to do.
Hmm. Let me think. I've probably have come across a couple, maybe one, maybe two,
Yeah.
that were really about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
So we can't generalize.
nah, nah, nah. Just yeah, maybe.
You're a
And
fool.
that
No.
and oh shit. I'm gonna drop. Yeah. What
You're
the fuck?
And there is yet another reason why I'm still single, because people don't like to be seen.
right.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That seems a bit much for that, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, see, I just personally think I think
Uh-huh.
that sometimes it's hard. It's not hard, but sometimes at some point I was dealing with a lot of shit. I'm not gonna front. At some point I was dealing with a lot of shit. I'm not dealing with a lot of shit now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, but at some point I was dealing with a lot of shit, and I was more worried about, and I'm gonna be honest, I was more worried about whether or not I was gonna wake up the next day, and I had a lot of shit popping off and going on in my life that I shouldn't have been having to deal with,
Mm.
and and yeah, um I think the fact that I let someone, good, you know, kick rocks, and it's not because I didn't I didn't want it. It was just because I wasn't prepared myself
Right.
to be in that kind of situation, because I think I'm look, I love now I can honestly say I love me some me.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? I love me some me. And I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I love myself. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like I love me.
That's beautiful. So beautiful to see that. I
You know
love
what I'm
that.
saying? I,
I have a
I, I
devil's advocate for you though,
what?
because here's my thing. If someone is willing and wanting to accept someone as they are, hell of a mess as they are, right?
Right.
And they know this person needs work. You know you need work. Why can't you still have that? And what is the expectation on your end that you
The,
think that you can't meet to just have someone in your life in some way that is supportive and loving?
um, what
Okay,
is? Can you
chew
rephrase the
on that
question?
shit. Chew on it
Boom.
hard. I already
No,
forgot it. You should have wrote it down. No, just,
no. What is? Can you rephrase the question?
all right. I guess what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
what is your expectation? Like, what is it that you think you need to do or be in order to accept the love of someone else? Because you
Mm.
have someone who's saying that they're accepting you for who you are, who sees a future, who wants to build a path, let's say. Okay. And the honest truth is you're afraid. But besides that, you having things going on in your life, does that ever really stop? Like, let's be real.
No,
You
no.
could
There's
be
Let's
in a
be.
there's
Hold on.
never a
relationship.
good
Hold up.
time.
No, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I'm trying to, because right now I'm going through some things and I'm trying to understand that whole level of like what is it on your end as a man?
As a man,
Why are you saying like I can't with
no.
you now?
Damn. Hold on.
Yes,
All
yeah,
right.
I'm like
So,
Because it was a
killing you.
lie.
yeah, right. No. So, like I said, now, no, then
Yes,
I
then.
just had, then I had, I was, I was coming out of a very, I was dealing with a whole lot of shit. I was dealing with work issues. I was dealing with kid issues. I was dealing with relationship issues. I was like I was dealing with all kinds of shit. like shit that I should not have been dealing with.
Right, but that
And
person seemed to be on board with all that.
Right. This is my point. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe you weren't being 100% honest. And I think that, like, I want to understand, like, for real. I'm trying to understand the man view here of,
You're
fine,
being
you got
given
all this
everything
shit
you've
going
asked
on.
for.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, that's the part I don't get. You find
you don't,
yourself someone who is willing and patient or whatever, saying, I'm here, and you don't allow them in to support you in the way that you need. Instead, you say, well, I'm not ready because I got all this going on. My thing is, right, what if you just said, fuck it, I'm going to see where this goes? Then you get to be real transparent. This person gets to see the worst of you. And if they still want to be with you, that says even more.
and
That's
I
what
just
I
think,
would
and I
think.
think that's what most men are afraid of. That right there, the fact that
That
you can give
it'll
them
be
your
like, oh, I'm
worst,
walking away.
and you can give them that you can give them your worst, like who you are
The
inside. It
worst
could be like
version.
the worst person, and
Right.
then they turn around and say, "You
Right.
go
But
kick fucking rocks. I'm
But
if
not."
that can
they
happen
say
at any
peace,
time, though.
right. If they
But
say
see,
peace,
that's just
then
that
that's what it is. And they couldn't handle you. But now
right.
say you would have done that and that person would have stuck through, right? And been there and then you were still healing. And they
Right.
understood that. And they were waiting. Not
How many
waiting, but
how many
I,
licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
I don't know, you told me.
It's different
It's
for
your
everybody.
brain.
It's different for everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's if somebody feels that they're if
Then
somebody
they
comes,
shouldn't be putting themselves out there then.
well, you're
Yeah,
right. You're absolutely right.
right.
But what I'm saying is that when a person isn't secure within themselves, when they're not secure with who they are, despite the situation, despite the problems, despite the bullshit, they're never going to be prepared. They're never going to be ready. There's always
Right.
going to be a there's
Then
always going
they
to be a problem.
shouldn't then they
And
shouldn't
and
be
and you are
putting themselves out there.
Right.
you're absolutely right.
They
I'm
should
not
not be
saying you're wrong.
advertising the goods if they're not for sale.
Well, I'm
Right.
not advertising no goods because my goods is the goods, and I'm not going to be advertising no goods.
And
But
I
what I'm
respect
saying is, but what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is that it's it's more about his insecurities than it is anything else.
that. Yeah.
Then you can't say that there's nobody out there that's willing to deal with you.
No, well,
Right.
I'm talking about at this
We're being
point
a
in
little
time.
more general, but yes.
I'm not I'm like I said, at this point in my life, like I said, I love some of me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm at a point in my life where I'm about it. I'm about that life. You know what I mean? I'm not about not being transparent. I'm not about not being communicative. I'm all about communication, transparency, honesty, loyalty, respect, and all the other good shit. I'm running out of fingers, but
How about
I'm
self
not.
care?
I care for shit. I take care of myself. Just because I eat a key lime pie once in a while, don't mean I don't care for myself.
That-
Mm,
That's part of self care.
yeah,
You
it
know what I
is.
mean? A
Feeding
key,
yourself.
I mean,
Taking care of your ailments and not feeding them.
how am I not taking care of my ailments? I
Self
Oh
mean,
my
self
God.
self control, discipline.
hey, I like pizza.
Um,
So,
and I like men with big muscles, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get it because it's because it's because
well,
it's
pizza's definitely
dangerous.
easier to get. Let's be
Yeah,
real. I could get one
there's a
right now.
pizzeria. There's a pizzeria right down the
Fucking
street.
Domino's is open.
All right, then
Um,
let me put it this way.
All right, put it that
Um,
way.
I like Dominicans, but that don't mean I want to date them
Okay. Okay.
because it's not good
Okay.
for my health. It's about self control and
Oh
discipline.
my God. Are you saying
Um,
you can't eat the plátano? It's too much?
No, no plátano. I can eat the plátano. It's not the Dominican plátano because it's not good for me.
Oh wow.
ay, Dios mío.
God damn.
What are we? Why do
They
we
got
always end
spices.
up? What?
They always have
Oh
the
my
fresh
God.
spices. Anyway,
Oh man, how did we get here? All
I
right. So
don't know.
anyway, like I was saying,
You're the
it's
head of the show, Corleone. So talk to yourself.
I'm holding it together. Don't worry about it. It's good. I
Okay.
got this.
Look,
Now,
shaky.
I
nah,
think
I'm
I
good.
got the answer, which was the insecurity parts and the
Yeah.
understanding of the if I don't think I'm good enough for you, then
No,
how
I
can
mean it's not. It's not really about whether or not I think I'm good enough for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be thinking. It's not about whether or not I think I'm good enough for you. I think I'm good enough for a whole lot of people. But what it is, if I have insecurities about myself and
Yourself.
yeah, if I'm insecure about me and about what's we're talking about, what you guys we're asking me.
yes,
If
yes,
if I
yes.
if I feel
Yeah.
insecure about me and about what I had, what I can and can't offer, then that's a problem.
Yes. Because wasn't it Bob Marley that said, um,
No woman, no cry.
no, coward is a man that ignites a woman's fire with no intention of keeping it burning? Something like that.
No, I
That's
said
so
that
nice.
yesterday.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
you didn't. Because
God.
that's the thing. It's like people know that they're not ready, but then they hook other people by putting themselves out there and they're still not ready. So it's like you just basically wasted not just your time, but somebody else's time, somebody else's emotions, but we don't think about that. We just let the flag fly and go with the flow, and
Well,
people get hurt.
the flow, no, go with the wind is blowing in that direction for the flag, so we have to go in that direction. Flowing is more like water. Flag is flying with the wind. You know.
You know what?
The
That
ebb
was so
and
humane.
flow.
All right. No, I get it though. I mean,
Do you
people
know?
people should not be putting themselves out there if they're not prepared. That's the bottom
Right.
line. If they're not
Don't
prepared,
don't wish for a goal that you're not willing to deal with what comes with it.
That's right.
yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. No, there's no excuse for putting yourself out there. Somebody comes along that is exactly what it is you feel you're looking for, and you run away. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean, it shouldn't it shouldn't be that way. You know?
no, it happens. Though. 'Tis life, as they say.
Yeah. I actually had a contest I wanted to do for a T-shirt,
Ooh,
You
but
can't do no darn contest for a t-shirt until you give your staff their darn shirts.
that's true too. I mean, I can't disagree there.
all right. So I won't do the
Not
contest.
yet. We
Not
need
yet.
we need shirts
Yeah.
first.
Once you guys get your shirts, I'm gonna need the
Then we could be
addresses.
wearing them too.
And once you got, yeah, look, I wear mine.
Well,
Right.
that's because you keep everything to yourself. You're greedy.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
We
unbelievable.
we we've
Nah.
been holding this down with you for years now, and we're still pelao.
That's right.
Oh my God, we're rich with life.
That's
We
about
got it.
it.
Keep
Yeah,
Rich,
telling us that.
I'm
Keep
rich with
telling us that.
I'm rich with bills.
yeah. So, Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it
that's
is.
that. It didn't hurt.
That's exactly what it is. Um, with that
I
being
don't think
said,
I don't think Corleone expected that his podcast might hurt him.
That's right.
nah, ain't shit hurting me.
Gonna go talk to his therapist after this. He's like, we did a quick sesh. Some things came up. I'm a little triggered.
My
Oh shit.
PTSD came to
I got
the
triggered during my
surface
podcast. These bitches keep fucking with
uh,
me.
when he tells people that this might hurt.
All the time. All the time. Yeah. I have a great sense of humor, so none of
You
that I'm
do.
good.
You
Um,
do.
yeah. All right. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, where are we? All right.
Where are
So,
we? Did you have anything else? Or was that because you talked the hell out of whatever we were talking about?
yeah. I mean that's pretty much what I wanted to say, what I wanted to discuss. Just the fact that loneliness is real. You
Yeah.
know that people really do get lonely. It's not doesn't make you weak. It doesn't, make you any less of a person by feeling lonely. You know what I mean? And I just think that people need to communicate more and be more present with one another, and
And get
you
in their
know,
cars and drive.
you know what I mean? Yeah, TG.
What?
Um, got to bring me that laptop so I can fix it for you.
All right, all right. You can bring this conversation to the messenger, sir.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
Well, he's got to get in the car too because he's supposed to be visiting people too.
Oh, yeah. All this talk about meeting and whatever.
I know.
Blowing
What
you
up?
up now.
Weren't we supposed to be planning a Friendsgiving last year and that never happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know.
look, it's November again.
It's November again. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
see?
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
What happened?
So I don't know. I don't know.
I'm getting fired.
Get it together.
Nah,
You should
nobody's getting
do this.
fired.
You should do this.
No one is getting fired. All right. So with that being said, anybody got a final thought? Anybody got anything
Oh,
they want to? Anybody want to give a parting thought?
what's going on right now? Well, yesterday was Veterans Day, so a happy belated veterans. Thank you for your service to those who have served for us and our country. Thank you. Trying to think what else is going on before we meet again. What? It's like 2 weeks till Thanksgiving now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah, so that's happening. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening.
Oh man, this time is just going by too fast. Please just slow it down a little bit. And this darkness, Lord of mercy, I can't. It's too dark too early. I think like that's the least favorite thing. I really wish they would get rid of this daylight savings time thing. Like they had mentioned that they were going to, and nothing ever happened. And I'm like, please get rid of it because this is crazy. It's like 4:30 and the sun is set.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 5:30 and it feels like it's 9. It's like what the hell? That's
Mm-hmm.
weird.
What about you, Lady G, Doctora? Any final thought?
Oh, not really. Not really.
Okay. I have one.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually had to write it out because
Okay.
it took me an hour to write it, but
Wow.
yeah. All right. My final thought is this. Loneliness is loud in a world that pretends it's connected. And most of us are not too scared to admit we feel it. But the truth is, loneliness isn't a weakness. It's a signal, a reminder that we are human and built for real connection, not just digital echoes. The facts don't lie. Loneliness hits harder than people think, and the misconceptions around it keep too many of us suffering in silence. So if you're feeling it, you're not broken, you're awake. And the first step out isn't pretending you're fine, it's admitting you're not and choosing not to sit in that silence alone.
Mm.
That is my final thought for the evening.
Give you snaps on that. That was very good. Very nice. I like that.
Thank you. And with that being said, I'm Big Corleone. That's TG Love. That's Lady G. We are This My Her
It's my
podcast.
turn.
And always remember that at some point, and we found that out tonight, that
This might
this might
hurt.
hurt.
Oh,
Good
God.
night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Ciao.